As part of this sales leadership course, we want to teach you how to effectively manage a team. We've taught you how to sell and deliver the perfect pitch, how to negotiate, how to stand in front of a room of prospects and convince them with high impact presentation. We've even taught you how to account manage, to upsell and scale up on customers who are your existing customers. But at this stage now, what we want to do is embody the actual leadership aspect of being a salesperson. You need to pass on the skills onto a team. And remember, you're only as good as the team that you work with. So how do you do this? I'm going to be covering some points here that's going to help you know exactly how to manage a sales team. Not only being a salesperson yourself, but passing on the knowledge and skills onto your team. Now, the first part that we have here is being generous with your time. Remember, if you're managing a team, you're not now spending so much of your time calling and researching. What you're there to do is actually to spend time with your sales delegates, encouraging them, passing on information that's integral to them, listening in on their calls and guiding them as they're doing phone conversations, telling them when to shut up, when to continue, when to dig in, talk about the money. You're there to be generous with your time. You're there to empower them and encourage them to move on to the next level. So don't be stringent with your time managing your own sales, but make sure you invest a lot of time into your actual team. The second part is giving credit where it's due. Now, even here with me delivering this course to you, I have a gentleman behind the camera and I have him nodding at certain points that I make, which encourages me. There you go, I'm getting the head nod right now. That credit that is being given to me encourages me to be more effective in my delivery. If you've got a salesperson, and we all know sales is hard, they've done an amazing cold call, they've got the decision maker and they've converted them, or maybe they haven't even made the sale. Give credit, say, look, well done, that was really hard work. You're not always going to win, but you know what? You're applying all of the skills and you keep this up, you'll definitely be selling through the roof and breaking all your targets. So make sure that you actually apply that credit that's needed. Identify sales roadblocks. Now, in selling any product or service, there are things that will get in the way. These could be competitors. These could actually be a part of your sale that you don't actually deliver. Maybe for example, we sell website development, but we don't do app development. Now, you may see this as a roadblock. A customer may actually say to you, do you know what? I don't just need a website, but I also want an app developed. You don't want now this to be an issue with the customer where they're now looking for an alternative organization that can deliver on both. No, turn it around. Turn that actual roadblock into something that makes you a specialist in your department. We only focus on websites. By focusing on apps as well, we feel will take away some of the resources that we deliver. We are website specialists. Now, if you want, you can go to the other organization that does both. But what you'll be getting is a split level of effectiveness because they have to use half of their resources to put towards websites and half towards apps. Now, this is quite ironic considering at KB Consultancy we do both. But the main thing that I want to get across to you is by turning a roadblock into something that harnesses the speciality in what you deliver. If you think about a car mechanic, you always find there's those that actually work on the engines or the mechanics of a car, and then you have a separate type of a body shop or workshop, car workshop person that deals with spraying, dealing with the panels, dents and accidents. You very rarely find one person that does the two. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you actually identify sales roadblocks so that maybe when you're in your pitch, when your staff members are in their pitch or they're selling to somebody, they're already prepped and ready for things that customers may say that may come across as a negative, and you can turn that into a positive. Leveraging emerging technologies. This is amazing. Right now we have so many digital platforms or emerging technologies that can make the process of our sales easier. And if you have a sales team, you want to actually make sure that you embody these leveraging technologies to make sure they're using them. One of the ones we use is a CRM system called Salesforce. It's a customer relation management platform, which is used to actually not only monitor sales and performance, but it's a great way using the cloud, which means you can access customer data or business data anywhere in the world as long as you have internet at any point in time. This is accessible on mobiles. If you have a sales team, a lot of them will be working remotely, not always positioned as I am now at a desk. They could be on the road, on a call. They could be in a meeting where the person may ask a certain question. They can log in immediately using these technological advancements that are available digitally to access information that may actually close the sale. Now, the thing is, when you begin leveraging these emerging technologies, it's important that you enable them. You implement the enablement of these softwares within the team. Don't spend a lot of time and energy acquiring the best product or platform that can help your sales and get the team to start using it. Get them involved, encourage them, show them why it's important that they implement this actual software and how it's going to actually benefit them. As a sales manager, lead by example. Use these emerging technologies yourself. Show how you've implemented it in your sales process and how it's helped you lock down the actual sale. We have some clients that sell electrical equipment or office supplies, and we've embodied them like use Shopify, use Facebook, shop pages. These are all platforms you can use that can help sell your product, help you reach your target audience. You've got marketing campaigns, which is a key part of sales. Facebook ads, Google recognition. All of these emerging technologies are there to make your sales process a lot easier. And if you're effectively managing a team, what you want to do is to try and make their life as easy as possible. Make the cold aspect disappear. And emerging technologies definitely help with that aspect. Foster a culture of accountability. I cannot stress enough how working within a team, accountability is integral. What you don't want is having maybe the account manager, as we explained in one of our previous courses, not knowing their responsibility and the lines being blurred between what an account manager does and what the lead generation salesperson does. Make sure everyone is accountable for their role. They know exactly what they're delivering, where the bar begins and where it stops. That way you're not only able to do perfect analytical measures to understand maybe where there's shortfalls or where you're weak, but also to establish where you're strong in your sales process, but also to make sure that everyone is delivering their sales excellence. They're performing at their optimum level. Accountability is key when managing a sales team, to be honest, with any team. We also do have another course that will be coming to you shortly about management training, and Maxine will be going into more detail about accountability and managing a team. The next point that I want to go on to is accepting feedback. Now, this is something a lot of people have difficulty with. Ooh, my words mixed up there, but being a salesperson is all about confidence. We don't like hearing that we've made a mistake or there could be an area that we could improve on. You need to be able to accept feedback. You need to pass on this mindset, this culture onto your team. Everyone needs to not only take accountability, but to be able to accept feedback where they're able to improve. Managing a sales team is difficult. Moving away from being a person on the phone, being in control, and passing on that responsibility onto someone else is difficult. But being a sensei of sales is not just about being a perfect salesperson yourself, but being able to pass it onto a team. This is where growth happens, this is where expansion, this is where building relationships and actually being a master of persuasion stems from. I hope I've managed to cover all the points and helped you become the salesperson that you need to be. Do remember that applying all of these courses that we spoke here won't necessarily make you a sensei of sales immediately. We've created this for you to subscribe so you can stay on as long as you want, so that you have the documentation and the reference points that we have here in these courses to keep practicing and harnessing the skills to become the best salesperson you can be. It may take 6 months, it may take a year, but with all the information you have here on your courses, including the downloadable content that we have for you, we guarantee that you'll become a true sensei of sales. Thanks for watching.